Okay, guys, I'm going to file this under yet another one of those things that I thought I understood and did understand, but really hadn't taken it to heart. I am sitting here looking now at a setup version that has been cycled once and sunk. I did reduce my lift weight to 10 pounds. It was a little bit much for it to try to go with the 15 pounds to 3/4 of an inch. And I let it sink after setting it up at full lift with that weight. But one thing I'd like to point out, right now the pod is at 4 inches, and the interesting point here is that the first retainer gap is at 8 3/4, with the gap outside of that at 4 1/4. This is actually a reverse condition from what most of us think that we understand is supposed to happen within this, or at least the way I've come to see it. But at the same time, I also knew that the water and air levels really needed to reverse for it to work quite right. Just haven't had it set up before so that I could really see that happen. And just to show you what happens when it lifts, I have taken this amount of water out of it, and I'm still working with about the same volume, 12 ounces. And to speed this up a little bit, I am going to use a beaker. I had stopped using that because it's a little easier to measure, but it takes longer. So we'll pour this in. The other thing I wanted to note before I open this up, set up the way it is right now, the pod is at 4 inches of actual water level, but what really surprised me, and you may not be able to see it, but I'm still looking at 10 inches of head. I don't think I've ever seen it sink and keep that much head pressure inside it when the pod is actually at a lower water level. So here we go. We're going to try to lift 10 pounds with this current setup using 13 ounces of water, and we'll see where the head ends up. Now we haven't started to lift yet. This would still be considered pre-charge, I believe. And generally when I can tell it starts to lift, it'll start to back away from this water level, which you can see over here is at about the maximum. And now we're lifting. And now that water level will start to drop. Just keeping an eye on the pod level. It's running pretty close. Most of my water's back in. And we're up. And these two differentials did a full reverse. So that in my book is pretty cool. And our total head is only at 28.5. 18.5 inches total change in head pressure to go one full cycle. 10 pounds, 3/4 of an inch, using 12 ounces of water. Interesting. Bye.